Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to have a very quick video, possibly the quickest video in the history of Ben Haddon Golf. This is going to be 60-minute practice routine. We're driving to the course right now. We got an appointment we got to be at in about an hour and 15 minutes. So we have 1 hour to practice. I'm going to show you guys how to get the most out of 1 hour of practice at a public golf course. The reason we're at a public golf course is because last time we did this was on TikTok, and the top comment was, step one, belong to a country club. Well, I don't belong to a country club in Dallas. I'm going to a public golf course right now to film a practice vlog at a course that you do not need to be a member at, right? So this is gonna cost me, I think, roughly $6 for a bucket of balls. Putting is free, chipping is free. Let's get after it. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, the second my bag touches the ground, hour starts. We're gonna start with putting. Bang, all right. So, I'm actually gonna start with 1 hour, okay. So this actually is going to cost me a little more than I thought. It's $16 for a large bucket of balls. We're going to hit a lot of balls, probably not a large bucket. Some kid out here grinding is going to get a couple extra nuggets to play with. First thing we're going to do here, we're going to put our wallet and our phone in our bag. That's a very important step. Really not the wallet necessarily, but the phone, very important, because
I have so much stuff on my phone.
If you eliminate distractions, you'd be shocked at how much you can get out of a 1 hour practice session. We're going to take 5 golf balls, a putter, towel, a mirror, and a few tees. All right, throwing the mirror down here and try to find a straight putt. So I'm gonna roll a few balls here, see if I can find a spot where it doesn't break. And this appears to be it. All right, so what we're gonna do is hit 50 putts just to make sure our stroke is in a good place. I'm gonna hit 25 putts with this mirror checking my eye line, and then 25 putts checking my shoulder line. So this mirror should be lined up pretty straight. The really important thing here is to make sure everything's set up pretty much perfect before you really get rocking and rolling. But once you get it all set up, there we go, then you can pretty much just plug and chug and get through it pretty quickly. All right, now I'm gonna make 25 putts here with a perfect eye line. What I'm looking for here is left eye above the ball. Another quick thing I did there, just put another tee in the back to make sure this doesn't wiggle around too much. Sometimes the mirror likes to shift just a little bit. And this is about a 7-foot putt. The reason I like a putt about this length is it allows me to make like a decently big stroke. Sometimes I feel like if I'm just hitting 3-footers, it's too easy to make it. I want to be able to make sure my stroke is actually pretty dialed. Plus, builds a little bit of confidence that I can knock in some of these lengthy testers for par when I need to. All right, that's 20. So we got 5 more here. And a thing I want you guys to be thinking about while you're doing this is not just kind of sprinting through these. Actually go through somewhat of a routine that you would be on the golf course. Now, normally I wouldn't be talking while I'm doing this. I'd be focused on the putt itself, but this is a YouTube video. It's not real life. Another thing I'm kind of thinking about here, I don't want to be slamming these in the back of the cup. I can get a little bit of a head start on my speed drills if I feel like I am knocking these in with like perfect, just kind of fall over the front edge of the cup pace. Okay, so now that we've done 25, we're going to move this to shoulder line, which means we need to kind of mark where our golf balls are right now. That way we don't lose our line. So I'm gonna place a couple of balls down here in a position where I can make a gate. And normally I have a gate that I just kind of throw in and it makes it real easy for me. It's like a metal gate that I got from Short Game Gains, but right now I don't have that, so we're just using tees. Really the tee is just to make sure that we know where we're supposed to be aimed, okay? It's not make or break, but I do like to have that gate there. So we're gonna pull these tees out, move the mirror just off to the side, and then put the tees back in the same holes that they were in. Now we're gonna hit 25 putts like this. Bit of a push. Tendency I have here is just to get my shoulders a little bit open to the target line. So really I kind of, usually when I pull out this mirror, I feel like I'm just a little bit closed, but that's how I know I'm doing it right here. I want to be squared up to the target line so my path is good. And I hit the tee. It's all right, we're practicing for a reason. There we go. Another tool I use for something pretty similar to this is the Pels trainer. I'm not using it right now just because I want to feel my putter on the ground. I feel like when that ball gets up off the ground, sometimes it can cause a bit of issues for me. But I really do like the Pels trainer. So if you're looking for some kind of like an easy to set up gate trainer, that I would highly recommend. As long as my stroke feels good, I'm hitting the center of the ball with the center of the face, I'm not all too concerned. 5 more of these here. For these last few, I'm gonna take out the gate and just kind of freewheel it. Try to get a little bit closer to a normal stroke, normal putt. Again, making sure our shoulders are square. This putt seems to be moving just a little bit from right to left. And see here, we're just hitting putts, really. Getting ready to transition into our speed drills. All right, so that's 25 putts. And you know, the reason we were talking about, you really want to make sure that you're hitting these 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot putts, whatever it is you pick, with good pace, is because the most important part of putting, if you can hit your line, is speed. Obviously, you got to be able to hit your line. That's kind of like a requisite for being a good putter. But if you don't have good speed, you're just not going to be a good putter, and that's a fact. So, for the next 10 minutes, we're going to do a little speed drill. Normally, I'll set one up that's a little bit more elaborate. It's in Decade if you want to go find it. It's called the Foundation Speed Drill. I've done plenty of videos on it in the past. If you want to see a more in-depth practice video in the future where I go through what I actually do when I'm practicing with unlimited time, basically, comment below and we'll make that next time. For now, we're just going to do a couple of really quick speed drills just to make sure that we're rolling the putts with the pace that we want. And for this drill, we need 1 tee. And we're gonna mark about 18 inches past the hole. For me, I know that's about there on my putter shaft. And we're gonna go down to 2 golf balls here. And we're just gonna kind of float around the green from different angles, different lengths, whatever suits your fancy. We're gonna try to hit putts that stop about 18 inches past the hole. That's kind of the magic number that Dave Pels, Dave Stockton, whoever you wanna attribute it to, came up with. So, the only thing I'll say is know what length of putt you're hitting when you're working on your speed drills. That way, when you get on the course, you have a frame of reference for what power you want to use on your putts. So this is a 15-footer. I'm going to hit 2 15-footers here and then move to a different putt. It's important here on speed drills that you don't stick on the same putt forever. I'm trying to develop some feel here. So that was too hard, so we're going to try to hit this one a little bit softer. Okay, and the way I like to dial in my feel is if I go too long, I want my next putt to be equidistant shorter. That way I can kind of feel what the middle of that's like. And you'll see we did a pretty good job of that here. So this is an 18-footer, and generally if I'm trying to just get a quick practice in, or even this could be your warm-up routine, who knows, I'm gonna do 15, 18, 21, all the way back to 30 feet doing this drill. And obviously it's gonna be harder and harder to get it to stop in that almighty 17-inch gap the farther you get back. So you gotta allow for a little bit of tolerance, but this is just to visualize what a perfect putt would be. Right now, it's just a part of my routine. I like to take little practice strokes with one hand, just kind of feel the weight of the putter, feel the pace I'd like to hit the putt with. There we go, that is perfect speed. I'm not paying much attention to my line here. I'm really just worried about the pace. Pretty incredible though, if you focus on pace, how much more often the putts actually fall. If you hit a putt with perfect pace, you don't want to hit it too hard because then the hole gets a lot smaller. You don't want to hit it too soft because, you know, there's a lot of debris around the holes here, and if you hit it too soft, the ball's going to start bouncing when it gets closer to the hole. So you're trying to find that perfect balance. 17 inches tends to be that perfect balance. Okay, so that's 24 footers. We got 2 putts left to hit. well, 4 putts left to hit at 2 different distances. And then that I will consider to be a completed putting practice. 27 feet. At this length, it's kind of difficult to guarantee that you're gonna hit this with perfect speed. Just try to get as close as you can. Really just worried about hitting good, focused putts. I might be a little bit less focused right now than I normally am because I'm talking to all you guys sitting at home, but just trying to spread the word, you know? See, by doing this, I'm really starting to get that speed dialed in very, very nicely. And you'll remember how bad my speed was in those first couple putts. That was a little aggressive, but we're starting to get better. We're starting to get a feel for it. And that's really all you can hope for. If you can, and I wouldn't worry too much about like, oh, I don't really play this course that often. I don't want to get used to the speed of these greens and then go play a different course. If you want to play pro golf, you're doing that every week. So get used to getting adjusted to new greens and doing it quickly. This here is a 30-foot putt. This is kind of 27, 30, 33 feet is about the range where I stop trying to make putts and I start trying to get them close. That generally means that when I'm feeling the speed I want to hit it, I'm only really trying to get it about 3 inches past, understanding that the tolerance and the average of my speed control means that if I hit it, if I aim for 3 to 10 inches past every time from 30 feet, my perfect speed is going to show up a lot more often than if I try to hit it perfect speed every time. Because then my tolerance is a little bit past the hole and I hit it too hard too often. And you're also risking 3 putts when you do that. So we're aiming for 5 inches past the hole here, which unfortunately means you're going to leave some short. Wow, that was bumpy, folks. There we go, there's the perfect speed. All right, I might spend a little bit of time at the end of my practice working on short putts, but right now we're gonna move to chipping. I love working on short putts at the end of my practice because it gives me a little more confidence going home, so we're gonna save that for when we're getting out of here. So that was 23 minutes. That's actually pretty good pace. We're doing good right now, especially with how much I've been talking. Normally, I mean, it kind of goes without saying, but I'm not talking to anybody while I'm trying to get in an hour-long practice session. So 23 minutes for putting, we'll take that. We're gonna go chip for 10 minutes and then use about 20-25 minutes to try to get through a ball striking drill that I really, really like for when I don't have a lot of time. All right, now that we're done with putting, we're gonna head over and do a little bit of chipping here. Really just trying to hit a number of different shots, just kind of develop that feel, make sure we're making good contact and we know how far the ball is flying. That's what we're most concerned about. Doing a little bit of maintenance work here. For chipping, I'm gonna use my own balls. I think 4 balls is about perfect. And I'm gonna take 2 clubs. I got my 54, or my 58 and my 54 degree. And I'll pick 5 different spots here and hit 2 chips with each club to the same hole. Again, good to know how far the chip is. This one is 12 yards, a little bit downhill, a little bit downwind too. This thing might be quick. First chip of the day, baby. You gotta love a good bouncer. That's a little better. Oh! The reason I use these 2 different clubs is this one offers me more versatility, but this club has some more bounce, so I'm able to know that I'm probably gonna make good contact with it out of subpar lies. So I like being able to know what kind of chip I'm hitting with each one. Little 20-yard chip, a little bit less green to work with. Again, 2 with the 58, 2 with the 54. Nothing too special here. That would be good. We're just dialing that sucker in, Jalen. It's gonna be a little harder to hit with a 54 degree, but if I have a bad lie, I almost always know I'm gonna make good contact with this club, so I like knowing that I can hit this one close if I feel like I need to. So we got the 15-yard chip, the 20-yard pitch. Now we'll hit a slightly longer shot, try to dial in like a 30, 40-yarder. Now this is where I get a little worried about losing my golf balls. I wanna thank the Lord above that these are not Callaways that I'm having to search through. I did blow one way by, yes, Jalen. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, there we go. Found it. Ah ha ha. 5, 6, 18, 19, 29, 30. we got the flag we want to go to. 2 with each club. A little pushy. That's pretty short. Now we'll go to the 54, open the face up a little bit here. Actually, we'll try something a little funner. We'll skip this up through the fairway. Never really practiced this shot, but I need to. Not quite the bouncer you're looking for. That stopped pretty dead. I'll try to get this thing to go a little lower this time. There it is. Oh, wow, that stopped dead too. I do like to try those every once in a while just to see what they do, try to gather a little information for in the future if I'm ever in a really tough spot where I feel like I got to run it up the slope. We're gonna hit a couple bunker shots and then a few more pretty standard chip shots. And hey, check it out. Hitting bunker shots in a practice routine. Look at us. Now, that's the reason all you guys at home suck so bad at the bunkers. It's because you never practice. Now, the issue I think that a lot of people feel like they run into, and this goes back to that top comment on the last time I posted a video like this, you don't have to be a member at a country club. There's a public course. It's got a bunker right here. I imagine someplace near you has a bunker that you can practice out of. If there's no place near you that has a bunker you can practice out of, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but go to the beach. Yeah, just drive to the beach. Yeah, no, it's a great idea, Jalen. But the point is, like, you know.
Oh, nice save.
Thank you. I don't feel like you have to be the most rich golfer in the world to become one of the best golfers in the world, is what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about right here. I mean, we spent $0 plus tax so far.
Plus gas money to get here.
Plus gas money to get here. Yeah, you're right. But this is the stuff that will make you a very dangerous golfer, and you don't have to pay to do it. Oh, that might have gone in, Jalen. Bunker shots aren't that hard if you practice them. If you want a bunker lesson, that's for a different video, but just get some reps in. I mean, that is truly the key to being a better bunker player, is just practice. That was almost perfect. I mean, in reality, like, a bunker shot should be one of the more predictable shots on the golf course, because if it's not fried, you can see everything. Like, you can see the entire golf ball. You can do pretty much anything you want. Not too hard of a swing there, but we're dialing it in. Oh, that's gonna rip.
That was a nice one.
That was a nice one. All right, I mean, that's 5 bunker shots. That's pretty much every chip you're gonna have to hit on the golf course. We'll hit a couple out of the rough, and then we'll head over and hit some golf balls. Oh wait, hold on. I'm not only raking my stuff right now. This is other people's stuff.
Look how many bunker shots we cut out. Shit.
Yeah, that's
you messed
right.
up 40 of them.
Yeah, I hit 40,000 bunker shots to get 5 that looked reasonably well. Just 5 quick ones here. I mean, again, like, this is just an hour. I hate to break it to you, but if you're trying to become one of the best players in the world, an hour a day ain't gonna cut it. But if all you have is an hour, it's a good way to maintain. Or if you're a beginner and you practice an hour a day just like this, you're gonna get better very quickly. There we are. I like the way them things is coming out. Oh yeah. I'm just trying to get really reactionary with these types of lies. This one's sitting up a little bit. Came out pretty fluffy. And this one kind of sitting down just a tad. Well, brother and sister out here competing. That's awesome. All right, so that's gonna do it for chipping. We're gonna head over to the range now and hit just about as many balls as we can, doing a drill that I really enjoy for when you've got a pretty limited amount of time.
You can try it if you want. I think it's out of balls.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, that actually throws a wrench into things, Jalen. Our hour's getting cut
Also
short.
timer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got to be realistic. Like, what if you get to the course and you got an hour practice session and... Okay, so we got 18 minutes left. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot of time, and it's not. But You'd be surprised if you, again, put your phone away, just focus on practicing how much good work you can get in 18 minutes. Like it's actually, I think a lot of people are gonna be surprised. A little bit of setup we gotta do here first, but it's gonna save us a lot of time throughout the session, okay? This is called the tour aim. I'm not being paid for this at all. This is just a little thing that makes these two sticks be parallel to each other. Now we throw this down here, and now we know exactly where we're aimed, and that's half the battle, baby. All right, we're gonna go 2 balls per club up through the wedges. Let me clean my clubs off for you guys. I mean, that's such a time waste, but. Another little thing, I know this kind of wastes just a tad bit of time, but I really like holding my fall through until the ball starts to fall, because it allows me to feel the swing while seeing what that swing produced. I hit an extra pitching wedge because I didn't really like that contact. You ready for this? It's about to be crazy. Something I bet you guys never do. Go straight to driver. Because when you play golf, what's the pattern that you're doing? Are you hitting sand wedge, sand wedge, sand wedge, pitching wedge, 8 iron, 8 iron, 6 iron, 6 iron, 4 iron, 4 iron, 3 wood, 3 wood driver? Or are you going driver, wedge, driver, 9 iron, driver, wedge? Like what's more like playing golf, right? So we're switching straight to driver. We're gonna hit 2 drivers, 2 9 irons, 2 drivers, 2 8 irons, and work our way up through the rest of the bag. Leaving the head cover off, a little bit of time save there. I'm gonna work in a couple 2 irons and 3 woods to these tee shot clubs here, but I heard a really awesome quote from Sean Walsh. One of the guys that played in the Good Good Championship, I think he tied for 2nd. Just a remarkably good player. And piece of advice he had for me was, you gotta be a really good putter and you gotta love hitting your driver. Because if you're ever stepping up to a tee shot and you're thinking, man, I don't really wanna hit my driver here, you're probably not gonna score very well in tournaments because you're constantly gonna be hitting 2 iron and 3 wood just to keep it in play. If you love hitting your driver and you are very confident you're gonna hit the fairway with your driver, your strokes gained driving is just gonna go up just because you hit your driver more often. So we'll go 2 7 irons here now. It's crazy, I still haven't tied my shoes yet. Uh-oh. Oh, you know, ball rolled down a little bit and maybe a little bit of depression, but we'll see if we can hit it still. Instead of driver this time, still got to know how to hit the other clubs, so we're going to hit 3 wood here. Typically, the only time I hit 3 wood is if I'm trying to hit a draw off the tee, so we're going to work on that a little bit. First, I'm going to tie my shoes. You like that? Might be beneficial. Oh, heck yeah. Let's go, Jalen. All right, 3 wood, just a little back in the stance. Get this sucker to draw. Kinda, a little bit. There's a couple 6 irons here. Now, another thing, this course did not allow me to buy a small bucket of balls. If they did, I probably would be done after I get through with this 2 iron, 2 wood, 2 iron, 2 wood drill. We got a large bucket, which means we're gonna hit a couple extra shots if we have time. Couple 2 irons here. You know, as much as I love to just say, you gotta love hitting your driver, there's some days where you just don't love hitting your driver. And this is the club that I like to hit on those days. I'm just like Minwoo Lee, really. What'd you say?
You're Max Woolley.
Max Woo Lee. Dude, that's me. That's me, baby. I'm the Max to his Min. Oh.
Cut that.
No, we won't. We're gonna leave that in. But we are gonna move out of that little slippery patch right there. We're gonna move our alignment just a little bit too. That was kind of scary. Field goal. Yeah, I should kick for the Chiefs. Just kidding. Harrison Butker would kick your butt. He's my Lord. He's our Lord and Savior. Harrison Butker, please come on the channel if you're watching. I feel like he's got to be a golf guy, right? Check it. I mean, look at my head covers. Come on now. That's Chiefs for life, baby. Check them out. And if I had my yardage book covered, I'd show you that too. That was. Look at that divot. Come on now. Look at that. Look at how just skimmed the ground. There is a gong out here. Oh, there it is. You see it? It's like hanging out there. Oh, my foot's back in the danger zone. Uh-oh. All right, good turn. That was pretty much perfect, but my foot moved from Frisco to downtown Dallas, my backswing. Couple drivers, now a couple 4-irons. Couple 4-irons, and we'll go back to the driver. And since, in my opinion, driver's the most important club in the bag, we're gonna hit these until time runs out. Well, there it is, folks. Time has run out. That is an hour-long practice session. And that's gonna do it for this video. That's an hour-long practice session. Started on putting, got some good work in on the stroke, worked on the speed a little bit, dialed that in, hit a few chips over there, and hit a good amount of golf balls. I think we almost got through a large bucket doing what I consider to be a really good drill for bringing your golf game from the practice area to the golf course. Could this also be a warm-up? Absolutely. If you're somebody who doesn't know what you want to do when you're warming up in the morning before you go play or before you go play a tournament, if you're somebody who gets really anxious before rounds, having a plan like this is really good for you as well. So feel free to steal this routine, write it down, watch this video again, save it, like it, share it with your friends if you feel like they don't know what to do before their rounds of golf, or if you just constantly are kicking their butt and you want them to get better so it's competitive. Send this to your friend if that's the case and tag them with this timestamp. You're bad, you need to get better. But what I want you to really take away from this, guys, is that was an hour, okay? I got a lot of practice done in that hour. And I get DMs all the time from kids who are like, man, I only have 2 hours a day to practice. I only have 3 hours a day to practice. Or they're saying, I'm practicing 4, 5, 6 hours a day. I'm not getting better. What I want you to do is I want you to put your phone away and go through that exact practice routine in 1 hour that I just did here. And I want you to tell me how that differs from what your regular practice looks like if you are practicing 4, 5, 6 hours a day. How focused are you during those 4, 5, 6 hours? If you can focus that hard that you can get through that entire practice routine in 1 hour or less, and then do that 5 or 6 times a day instead of just practicing for 5, 6 hours straight, I promise you're gonna see improvements. Add some purpose to your practice, add some efficiency to your practice. If you have 5, 6 hours, practice like you got 1 hour, 4 or 5 hours. See if you improve that. All right, thanks again, guys, for tuning into this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you subscribe. See you guys. Hope you have a blessed day. Love you all. Peace. Stinger 2s all day, baby. Do you think it caught the ball going right past it in the camera? That'd be so fire if it did.